Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Ced Banner, and this is my review of Ocean's 8. So, what is seemingly one of the most beloved heist franchises in film history, the Ocean's franchise started in 2001 with Ocean's 11, of course, starring George Clooney, and then a huge supporting cast, including people like Brad Pitt, the late great Bernie Mac. The list goes on and on. A lot of people love the franchise, and I say a lot of people because it does not include me. I enjoyed the films. I thought they were decent time passers, but they were entertaining. Kind of a movie you'll just play on a Saturday when you're sitting at home with nothing to do. I just didn't see the greatness that everyone else seemed to really see in the films. However, the films were extremely successful. Went all the way to Ocean's 13. It was a trilogy, and I think pretty much everybody, including myself, thought that was it. Well, here we are now, 17, almost 18 years after the original, and we have a new installment. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a reboot. It's more just of a continuation with a new storyline. So the original trilogy was directed by Steven Soderbergh. This new installment is not directed by him. It is directed by Gary Ross, who has a long list of credits, which include films like The Hunger Games, Pleasantville, list goes on and on. So we have this thing, this new trend that's going on. It seems like at least once a year, every year, usually in the summer, where a well-known franchise is taken and rebooted with the female gender. Taking a male-dominated cast and flipping it to be all women. And if you are on the internet, pretty much everyone is, and you've seen at least one complaint about it. A lot of fans, saying that studios are ruining their films and trying too hard to be equal and yada yada. Gets all political. My opinion, I'll just get this out of the way at the beginning, is the movies that you loved still exist. You can still watch those. Making these new ones isn't killing anything, and the originals really weren't that great. Sorry, I hate to tell you, but it's just a movie that you love. A lot of movies I love, I know really ain't great. They just great to me. And I see nothing wrong with women going to the theaters with their husbands to see certain films, and they probably feel like it's testosterone overdrive to get a break every now and then and enjoy something from their point of view. So I actually feel like the Ocean's franchise was a perfect place to do it. It's probably my favorite thing about the film. Sandy B, as a lot of people call her. Sandra Bullock is the lead character. She plays the sister of Danny Ocean, who was played by George Clooney in the original trilogy. Is just released from prison and automatically, just like her brother, is out ready for another heist to steal a diamond necklace. She does a great job. I think, it's not a real, there aren't a lot of dimensions or layers to her character, but for what it is, it's cool. Cate Blanchett, who is a veteran, I don't normally pay a lot of attention to her, but I really liked her in this film for some reason. I'm not sure why either, but I thought she did a great job. Mindy Kaling, my girl from The Office, I think she's just one of the most beautiful women in film, and she doesn't get that credit. Maybe it's just me and my taste. I just had to throw it in there. But she does a good job. I will say I don't believe she got near enough time on camera to be herself and be funny and bring the comedy to the film that she could have brought. And then of course Riri is in the film. Listen, I love Rihanna. Rihanna's not an actress though. She doesn't do a bad job. That's not why I'm saying it. It's just that it's her. Like, she doesn't really become another character. Maybe if she's given a different role, she'll be able to do it. Maybe she needs better material. But in this film, it just always felt like it was Rihanna. She plays a hacker. It felt like it was Rihanna hacking. I mean, one of the first things she does when she shows up on screen is lights up a blunt. I'm like, well, she does that on Instagram every day. So, yeah. The casting overall, good job. Plot, you get what you would expect. It's more of the same. Oceans 11, 12, and 13 were pretty much the same in my opinion, just different settings and a few, extra moving parts or different moving parts. This is the same thing. It's a heist. It seems like it should be impossible, and there's a whole plan, a whole detailed and confusing plan to get this done. I'll say this without giving anything away. My problem with the plot and the way the screenplay played out is that it never really felt like these women had a challenge. Granted, Sandra Bullock had plenty of time in prison to plan it still. One of the things that I did enjoy about the original trilogy is that in each one of them, there were several instances where it just really felt like they're not getting out of this. They're caught, they're messed up. This never felt that way. Even when they ran into problems, it was like as soon as you realized it was a problem, they already were working something out. Now maybe that's a tip of the hat to women in general because they are better problem solvers than men. But still, as far as this type of film, a heist film, it kind of took me out of it. It seemed too easy in my opinion. That's all I'll say about it. I mean, once again, this isn't anything, deep or multi-layered. It is what it is. It's a heist movie with women. So, my rating for Ocean's 8 is... it's a decent yet basic heist film. That's the best way I can rate it. Now, you might say, well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it depends on what you like. For me, it was an okay thing. Not bad, but not great either. If you really just love heist movies, then you'll probably like it. If you really love the Oceans, or the original Oceans trilogy, you'll probably like this as well. If you are a woman, I think this is probably a great girls' night out movie together or something. You'll probably love it for that as well. But it wasn't memorable. I'll definitely say that it wasn't memorable. I might watch it again later if it just comes on TV and I'm bored. But that's really it. So, did the studio make a mistake by rebooting it with women? I don't think so. I mean, as far as being lucrative or whatever, I'm sure they made the right decision there, and I think this was a good place to do that. There are a lot of other franchises that can get touched that don't need to be touched. I didn't see an issue with it. That concludes this review of Ocean's 8. Until my next review, hey.